Hi, it's Eric from Beautiful and After, and I'm doing a little series of things, a little series of videos showing what guys can do in their bathroom to help get their wild woolliness under control. So I've already done a little shaving video, I've got a link below to it. I've done a unwanted hair, eyebrows, nose, ears, and ingrown hairs, and there's a link to it also. And now I wanted to show how to kind of trim some of your own hair and make a haircut last longer. Really, I'm just going to use a little comb and scissors. So I mean, that's really all that you need. A lot of what most men don't need a full haircut every time. I mean, there are some times when you need to go in and get a haircut because it's just out of control. Most of the time, what you notice are these crazy sideburns getting out of control. And really, I mean, with those sideburns, I can kind of just go in and pull those out and trim those down. Now you want to be careful not to, well, don't cut yourself, but also kind of cut a little bit at a time and proceed with caution, because you can always cut more. So with my hair's pretty long, and I like it longer. You know, I kind of want some crazy pompadour Elvis hair or whatever, but it gets, and this is to the point where I was just losing my mind and saying, oh my God, I have to shave, I've got to trim this wild hair and have to cut my hair a little. So here, there's always a hair around the hairline, this shape. And I'm going to get pretty close to this shape. I'm going to go through, I'm going to pull this hair forward, and I'm going to cut this and kind of follow that shape. But I'm going to stop at this point where the hair is going up and this hair goes over. And I know for some guys that might be back further, but basically it's where the comb comes off of the head. Like I hold this up, that's about where the comb comes off of the head. That's the parietal ridge. But I'm going to get all of this hair out of the way, and I'm going to take this side and I'm going to cut. I know it's hard to tell exactly where that is, but the same thing where I can cut a little bit and then I can go back and cut a little bit more. So to get some of that out of the way, we'll start to clean up the sides of the hair a little bit. So it's really kind of the perimeter. So I'm going to do that on both sides. You know, pulling these sideburns out, you know, trying to comb this forward. At the length to cut sideburns, I know some people wonder, where do you cut your sideburn at? How do you know how far to shave or where to use the trimmer? And really, I would say just pick a place on the ear, pick a little nubbin that's poking out, and cut it to that, and then use that same little marker, that same little point on your ear on the other side to go ahead, and it should match up pretty well. So I mean, that's basically what I would do. The next thing you notice on hair is kind of the length around the ears. So I'm actually going to just take this and cut. Be careful not to cut your ear. But I'm just pulling this out and cutting up next to my fingers. Your fingers are a good measurement, because it's not gonna, you're not going to scalp yourself, but you're not going to you know, leave it too long. So kind of go through and just gently, anything hanging over the ear. And I know by yourself you can't reach back here, and it's hard to do the back of your head, but most of this you can kind of start to bring under control and instantly bring more of a clean-cut look to what was just this woolly shagginess with all this stuff standing out and, you know, getting too wild. I could stop there. You know, I could do that on both sides and just clean that up. I can go through with clippers. These clippers have an adjustable guard, so I can pull this out longer, I can make it shorter. And since my hair is pretty long, it's almost more forgiving. I can, you know, it has a little bit more room for air. So I'm actually going to pull it out as long as it will go. And I'm going to go ahead and hit the perimeter of my hair and kind of do these sides a little bit. And since it's longer, it's going to blend into this top. I mean, this actually looks pretty good. That's not bad. But I am going to go ahead and keep it on the longer side. If you have clippers with the guards that go on and off, it might be like a number 6 or a number 8. A number 4 is pretty tight. So you definitely want to stay air on the side of being longer. It works out better. But I'm going to go ahead and go for it and see what comes out. Okay, so really going through and bringing in these sideburns, getting a lot of the hair off around the ears. I did use the clippers. I brought the guard down a little shorter. I had it on the longest one and it wasn't cutting anything, so I went ahead and pulled it a little tighter. And the width of these, I mean, that's about how high I went on my hair, around my hairline. So a lot of that I was just doing by feel and just kind of chasing around the hairline. I mean, that's still not going to blend perfectly. It's still not a quality haircut. It's not something you're going to get from a barber or a hairstylist, but it can buy me some time, and sometimes that's nice to have. I think most people just get in trouble, trying to cut something themselves, their bangs or cut their hair. They mess up because they cut too much. So err on the side of, leave it a little longer and try to, you can clean things up and make yourself a little bit better. Definitely when you're covered with hair, with shaving, I would actually go ahead. I mentioned in another video to shower and then shave, and I think that's best. But sometimes, even if you've cut your own hair, you're going to have crumbs everywhere. It's probably good to get in the shower again and try to rinse out all this stuff, and so you don't itch all night and get hair everywhere. So this is Eric from Beautiful and After. Thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe to this channel, write some comments, and give it a like, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it, and that helps me out a lot. So thanks guys, and I'll see you next time.